Good evening, Proxy Table Gaming fans. You're joined tonight by the Gobbo for the Goblins Grotto Hobby Show Halloween Hangout.
Ooh. Spooky.
Tonight's episode will be Demon Gobbo, and we have a Demon Scabfat.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? You well?
I'm feeling rather ghoulish tonight.
Ghoulish. I'm not making the same joke as last year. Goulash. We are on the social medias. We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, as you're all aware. Please like and subscribe us on there. And tonight we have a new special guest. We have an unwilling sacrifice with his own custom avatar. We have an Andy Barton. Hello.
Hey!
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Are you ready to be sacrificed on the altar of models?
Yep, my ectoplasm will be everywhere.
Brilliant.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
So what's the story with the avatar?
So I felt that I needed a goblin that represented both the past, present, and future of me.
Okay.
The past, in that I used to be a smoker, and there he is. I haven't smoked for 2.5 years, and there he is, sort of like with the sort of present with the sort of like the stubble, and
Because you haven't shaved today, is that it?
and I haven't shaved today. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And the years. I mean, they're not going away anytime soon. And the flying jacket, because I really fancy having one.
Stealing a Zeppelin.
I saw Tom Hardy wearing one recently, and I just thought I really got to have me one. And so that's it. And I found after about 2.5 hours of searching Google this little chappy.
Well, it's beautiful.
He's fitting with everything, isn't he? It's uncanny, the similarity between the face and yours.
I think it might be the nose and the eyebrows that really do it. I think that's the...
And the ears. I'm just going to go for the...
Yeah, and the ears, definitely. Yeah.
Sold. So we're going to start with a quick hobby update. So we're going to start with Scabfat.
Yeah! Surprise! I
Painted some goblins.
painted some goblins. Yeah!
You went left field.
Yeah, just these are red goblins this time. No, relatively recently, all three of us were down at the Cardiff Open tournament run by Mr. Rob Cousins, and it was fantastic. And I decided to do a army list I fondly named Nashageddon.
Why's that?
Just a couple of Nashers, a few more than I might normally do. So yeah, that was
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it was one of those lists where I knew I wouldn't have a whole lot of time to paint. So it's kind of like I'm kind of worried how easily I can put some of these lists together, like model wise, because I didn't actually have to get that much more.
It was just the hoppers, wasn't it?
The hoppers, some Nashers, and a third Nasher Knight, and that was it.
Yes.
Like, it's just
Nice.
like when I sat back and went, I wonder if I've got 90 goblins with bows. Like, what a stupid question.
Of course you have.
Really?
Nice.
I've got spares. Can't like. I didn't even need those unit fillers. No, but yeah, it was a fun list. It was a 0 IQ kind of list, and you both had the privilege of standing against Nashageddon. So right here, this is one of the practice games I had against a man with a beautifully sculpted lower jaw.
Big ears, though.
Massive ears. Yes, this is a practice game I had against Andy before the tournament, which his Beast Herds versus Nashageddon. And from memory, there was so much dead at the end of it, it actually ended up being a 10-10 again, right?
It was. Yeah, we did it was the corners scenario, wasn't it? But we had to get the that was great fun. Your Nashers and your Idol were a pain in the bum. and it was brilliant. I loved it, honestly. And it was the second game I'd had with Beast Herds ever. And it was 10-10 with and we had about 5 models left, I think. And
it didn't dissuade you from taking beast herds.
Oh God, no! It just encouraged me. It was just really, it was great. It was just a really, really great game, great match, and I mean, just fair play to Rob and the team at Cardiff, because those scenarios were they were
Really
great. I really enjoyed them. Yeah,
really good fun.
Yeah.
Talking of Cardiff.
Yeah, so I got unlucky with my round 1 draw.
You grudged me.
Played some guy who doesn't even know what he's doing with his army.
Still beat you, prick.
So this is game 1. This was we didn't get a chance. Well, we didn't play Art of War because I was running.
No.
So we decided to get our annual grudge in here.
Yeah.
And Andy, I'll let you in on a little secret. I wanted him to feel good because he put a lot of time and effort to paint that army. So I just I let him have the big middle, just to.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Yeah, and just let him win. You know how it is.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Fragile egos and all that.
Took one for the team, didn't you?
Yeah.
Once again, though, it was an absolutely bloody battle.
Yes.
It's one of the things I love about the Goblins is that everyone dies. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, off the back, going into this game at the beginning of the tournament, I kind of already knew how much trouble I was in, because the practice games, including the one with you, Andy, made me realise that this army either loses by 20 or wins with a 10-10. There's no I couldn't really figure out how to make this army win without killing itself in the process. It was a mutually assured destruction kind of list.
Exactly. It is basically a rocket launcher, isn't it?
Yeah.
It will explode. And
rocket launcher, but the rocket's got a rope tied to the back of it.
Exactly.
Like a bungee cord. Yeah.
And you see Tommy T there on the right hand side, deep in thought.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how you've got Chris Crawford basically like finger mouse on the end of your middle finger there as well, which there's a lot going on. I love it.
Yes, it is.
And then, Mr. Dan, you started going on about start another army.
Yeah. So
last month. And what have you done, Dan?
So there are these malicious rumours going around that I was collecting a vermin swarm army. Completely vicious and unfounded rumours. I don't know who said that I was going to do such a thing. But no, I mean, it's all about the infernal dwarves now, isn't it?
Not only that, you've got a 3D printer, haven't you?
On 3D, yeah. So I'm 3D. Basically, I found a Patreon Fazabel, who's doing old school big hat Chaos Dwarves, which those models have a home in my heart. I've got loads of the metal models, like the originals, and I've just never really known what to do with them. But after finding these,
melt them down for scrap.
After finding these models, I've realised, I can actually have I can make a fully legit big hat, old school, 5th edition, old school.
Love
Chaos
it.
Dwarf army, Infernal Dwarf army, so big hats but with flintlock axes or massive Taurox. So I've already put together an immortal there on the left, just as a little teaser. Obviously on the right there is a Bastion, because everyone loves ID Bastions in Blunderbuss.
Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian the Bastion. But yeah, I'm actually working on the Citadel Guard right now, so that's what I've got on screen. Little kind of helmets, just to pay a little homage to the Forge World models. But yeah, just kind of plinking, plodding.
And I hate dwarves in all forms, but I love how clever you are at adapting other people's sculpts to what you want.
Yes,
and I think they work so, especially with, I think thematically as well, they work really well in that uniformed pose where it's not quite mono pose, but there's that uniformity about them where you can imagine that they're all really disciplined despite the infernal aspects of them. But And I
infernalness.
just think it just looks really cool, and it looks really great, and it thematically works. Great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's similar to like a high elf, highborn elf, or any of the elven lists. It's just like if you've got more, what you can be a bit more monopose, can't you?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it works really well. Nice one, mate.
Thank you.
So when you taking this to Art of War?
I mean, I can. They won't.
Spare player, mate. Spare player.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I mean, if nothing else, I think like the current list that I'm looking at has about as many models in it as one of my core units in the Vermin Swarm list. So,
to be painted by Tuesday.
Yeah, on a time scheduling thing, this is a dream by comparison.
Definitely. Looks brilliant, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, great work.
Andy, hobby update.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the first hobby update. So you came to Cardiff.
Right. I did, yeah. It was great. This was my first match against KOE, against Rob. And it went all right. I won just.
Right.
Yeah. And that was pretty good. We didn't finish, which it was. I think I always feel bad because it was like my third game with Beast Herds. I'm still trying to learn the.
And you still smashed it.
Well, I mean, bless him. It was to be fair to him. I got some really lucky overruns, and with your chariots, yeah. Yeah, and as you can see, the Minotaurs and the chariots, and I rolled some hot dice, and then nice. Also what happened was he made, and he'll admit this as well, he made a couple of mistakes with fleeing decisions. Yeah, which things got chased down in like by turn 3 or 4, and I just it was
just took advantage basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
You're so mean, Barton. So, you're bloodthirsty.
Just horrendous. But yeah, again, it was sort of like it was fun. It was good. It was a fun start with an interesting scenario. And I was, who do you think won between this bad boy, well, my chap, and a tooled up Duke? I wonder.
I'm
not the Cyclops.
Yeah, I was going to say the tooled up Duke, but
yeah. Yeah, I think again was that an overrun? I can't remember whether, or maybe I think we were close. We had like 15 minutes left, and I just like, let's just do this. Let's get some pictures in, and let's just do this. And
15 minutes, go for it.
Yeah, we literally had 50. Yeah, we had this. Yeah. So it was good. I mean, Rob's great. He was a great guy. He's part of the London, my old London lot, but I'd never met him. He joined after
nice.
He joined sort of like
after you were kicked out.
After I was kicked out, yeah. After the nefarious things, which will be the subject of a separate podcast.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
but
good time.
Looking at your beast herds, mate, they've come out really, really well. I love the fact that all your chariots are different. I think they're fun, really, really fun. And again, I love chariot lists. But here's some of the close-ups that you sent me.
Cheers. Yes, this is Bray. So on the left, Bray Winston is my general, and then the Razor Tusk chariot on the right. I mean, look, I'll admit, a lot of this stuff was made because it was all out made of spare parts and me having very little to no money, and going, what can I cobble and kit bash together?
No, it's brilliant. I love that.
To make a new army. And it's like, and even like the chariots, well, we'll come to shortly, but the just made out of like coffee sticks and bases, basically.
How much did you spend at Starbucks though to get those coffee sticks?
Oh, I mean, no, you can get them for like £4, not even £4, and it's like, yeah. Sorry, but I could have come up with a wittier answer.
Sorry, it's been a long day, mate.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and again, and then using the I sort of keeping the sort of the thematic with the wolves, just
Definitely.
using the space wolf
The
lads
feminist
for
wolves.
the
Yeah,
the
feral wolves, yeah.
smaller pigs, and then the big ones, and then the minotaurs. Horrible minotaurs. They're not horrible. They're great. They're amazing. But
I love the combination between old metal models and some of the new ones that you've got. So you've got 3 generations there. So the one in the back on the left-hand side, in the middle, he's a metal one, isn't he?
he is.
He's
Yeah,
then
he
got
is
the
indeed.
GW
Yeah.
plastics, and then you've got the new Ogroid Thaumaturge thingy, or
That's
Myrmidon,
it, yeah.
whatever it's called. So
That's
it's
it,
3
yeah,
different
Myrmidon,
generations
yeah.
of Minotaur. I think that's really, really clever.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah. They're great fun, and they're a great. I had really great time, sort of like putting them together, and beast herds are a great fun army.
Oh, I love them.
And then on the right, that is I'm going to bring a Briar Beast to the one day on the 27th of November. If you haven't got your tickets by the time that this goes out, tickets are available, £15
Oh,
for a
bless
3-day
you.
event at the Bristol Independent Gaming.
Nice little plug there.
Because also, and I should have sent you the pictures really, but I forgot to. I've also been doing kit bashing a Unisys Centaurs.
Nice.
So the Razor Tusk Chariot is out, and Briar Beast and Unisys Centaurs are in, because I realised that 2 scoring units not quite enough.
No, unfortunately, not in the current climate.
No, the meta decides something a little bit different.
You've got an advantage in banners, though.
Yeah, yeah. 1 out
Yeah.
of 6.
Think of the silver linings here.
Exactly. No, really good, mate. I'm glad you managed to get it finished in time for Cardiff as well.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's great fun, but thank you ever so much. It's very generous. Cheers.
And it'd be good to see this army hit podium at Art of War.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, because I won't be at Art of War because because my wife and I have kit bashed a tiny human, and so who is due to
Made him out of green stuff, have you?
Yeah, and coffee stirrers.
Yeah. Oh, you know me so well, Dan. Who is he's due on the 15th of Jan, so it's
Fair enough.
Awesome.
Art of War, I'm
No,
afraid.
congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
if there was ever an excuse to miss Art of War, that will be one of the few that I'll accept.
Cheers. Thanks.
I reckon we won't accept. But be a child, we will. Okay, and my hobby update. So I went to Cardiff as well, got some nice little photos there, and managed to get my army all done in time for it.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was a nightmare.
Your second Goblin army of the year.
6
Yeah.
months, yeah. I can't do
impressive.
it again, Dan. I can't do it again.
Well, you promised me. You promised me and Joe Parmenter a Hobgoblin army.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
You were you were a few tequilas deep, and then you
I
said
don't drink.
I solemnly swear that I will bring a fully painted and converted Hobgoblin army to Art of War 5. And I promise this to you, Joe Parmenter, who wrote the book. I'm doing this for you, mate. That's what you said. Like,
It's very kind.
I was as shocked as he was.
I know. Yeah, I bet you were. So one of the things that I did, and I shared with Dan as well, is that we made some little Goblin secret objectives, and
Mhm.
something that I've been doing since then because I enjoyed it so much is actually
Brilliant.
looking at different ways of doing the secondary objectives in the 9th Age. But these are just a couple of
Yeah.
tasters of some of the ones that I've made so far. And I'll be doing a separate video about it going forward because it's something that I think's a different way of playing. But it's just funky little things like different, what do we call them? Ulterior motives,
Mm-hmm.
just to try and complete, rather than flags or banners or collect the penny, for example. It's different things related to the models that you use. And it's quite a lot of fun. So me and Tommy T have been bashing out these ideas, trying to get them sorted, and we're starting to get to a point now where it's starting to make sense, which is good.
Yeah, they're great, mate. Absolutely, I think they're brilliant idea.
Thank you. Yes, something a bit different. And then here we go. This is the game 1 versus another goblin. And just everyone died.
Everyone. Well, I think. Well, so one of the awards that doesn't normally get handed out that Rob decided to hand out at this tournament was Bloodiest General, which was who bore witness to the most amount of dead victory points across their 5 games. And I had my suspicions, and sure enough, I stomped to victory on that one by the sounds of it. Because it was just like, oh, we got 9,000 points of models between us. All right, that's 8,000 points worth of models of casualties per game then. Right, brilliant.
Exactly, but because we both just had gnashers and bricks and just threw each other, everyone died.
Everyone died.
Then game 2 was against Bondi and his beautiful KOE army. It's really nice. I love his frogs.
They're great on there,
Yeah, frog time. And I couldn't roll for toffee on anything. Not to say that I would have done very well against Bondi if I had rolled better, but... Then game 3 was against our very own Tommy T. So we went all the way to Cardiff just to play someone who comes to my house regularly. So
at least 2 people from the sound of it.
Exactly, which is good. It's really good fun, apart from the Carnosaur is absolutely horrible and I hate it. Then I played Mark Sancho, one of the Spanish guys that came over from London, and then got dread elved to hell, which was fun. Although it's saying that the wrecking team went through his what are they called now? Not executioners, the Blackguard, I think they're called. Whatever they are now.
The ones with the big great weapons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Obsidian Guard?
Something like that, yeah.
Obsidian Guard, so yeah.
Took 6 of them out. It's like, boom. It's like, yep, you've made back your points. And then last game was against Andreas Bock. Again, I've never played Andreas. I've met him a couple of times. But just wanted to show some of his models on here as well. I thoroughly love his Court of the Damned there with his vampire on it. He's done a really good job on that one.
Yeah, his army, I know Jim won the best painted, but Andreas did get a special mention by the judge.
Definitely. There's good reason too. Again, it's converted beautifully. The theme of the army is really nice as well. So normally with vampire armies, it's just covered in dirt and crap and everything.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's really, really neat and smart with loads of pop colours. And I think it's lovely. And I think he's really happy with it.
Yeah, well done, Andreas. That's great stuff there, mate.
Mm-hmm.
And he beat me up.
Yeah, well, I paid him off.
I know you did, yeah. There we go. Okay,
also going back to you, just very quickly, Ryan. Well, I mean, yours is incredible as well. And I said this to you. I said this to you on Sunday anyway, but as Ricardo. But the thematically and it's brilliantly painted. It's brilliantly modelled, and how you sort of kept it together. But at the same time, everything is doing its own thing as well.
Yeah.
With amazing and incredible character. And I think you've got a great army, mate.
Thank you.
It's really, I know I don't mean it's just mutual appreciation society that we've got going on here, but it's honestly, credit where credit's due. It's really impressive. It's great to see it on the table.
That's
as well.
very kind of you.
When you've got over 100 models, it's nice where all really great.
Over 100 models in core, Andy.
But it's all of a very high, all the same high standard. It's lovely. It's great. So well done, mate.
No, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And again, one of the things that I thoroughly enjoy about this hobby is doing the hobby side of it as well, and then be able to take it to a tournament and use it, and actually enjoy using the army, which is nice.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I got smashed in 4 out of my 5 games, but I thoroughly enjoyed the weekend, and I do recommend getting out and just playing games.
Yeah, that is an important bit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So coming up in this episode, we have some lesser seen unit entries. So what I wanted to focus on in this episode is you always see models that everyone takes and things like that. And I wanted to try and highlight some of the models that are out there for some of the unit entries that you don't normally see from these particular armies. And also, just to remind you people at home, it is Halloween this month, so this is a warning that some of these models might be a little bit touch and go. You have been warned.
We take no responsibility for getting the PTG channel banned.
Exactly. Okay. So first up, Asklanders. So we've got Jotuns. So a Jotun, so Norse mythology, a race of giants that stand in opposition to the gods. It's quite funky.
Mm-hmm.
So we've then got the model rules. So basically, it's a giant, which is a bit tougher, well, a lot tougher, Res 7. And also, again, has the similar sort of ability to the Ogre Frost Mammoth.
It's a giant.
Giant. But it's pretty cool. So, first up, some Mias miniatures. So I think these are some of my favourite giant models. I just absolutely love them.
Yeah, they're really cool, aren't they? They're great.
Very feral, very like your northern. What are they called? The old GW ones, the Albion Giants.
Albion,
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, so that sort of style. Really like them. Again, surprisingly, they're about that size as well. So they're about 6-7 inches tall. So they're quite slender, but still quite tall.
And the herdstone on the back, if you painted it ice-like,
Yes,
then
definitely.
yeah, just to stand it out a bit more.
Definitely. And then you've got
That's
Artisan Guild,
great.
this one. So this is your traditional style Norse giant. So again, really, really cool. And I love the way it's painted on this one. This is Artisan Guild, which is a 3D printable model.
Nice. That's great.
And then Lord of the Print with that beauty.
It's very regal, isn't he?
He is. And it's
Very
the
regal.
print quality on Lord of the Print. There's loads of stuff that I've found from theirs recently. It's really, really nice. But if you look down at the base and realise that's a rhino, you can see
Is that
how
a
big
rhino?
it is.
I thought it was a horse. Oh my god.
So you can see how big the model is. It's huge. But really, really nice. I love the fact that it's not symmetrical. So again, the horn on the left-hand side, sorry, and again the one shoulder armor. I think it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Then more of a troll style Jotun. So very similar to the one that I used for my Great Green Idol.
Goblins. Yeah.
Just something that I've never seen before. So it's a different type of
But
troll.
when I first read the book, that's in the movie in my mind. That's actually how the one on the right. That's how I imagined
Exactly.
Jotun to look like. That's actually how I looked at it in my mind.
Which, if you also think about the ice trolls that you have in the Askander army, and you then have that as well, it'd be a brilliant fit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Titan Forge, love a good bit of Titan Forge. So again, the one thing I like about this one is that it's overly accentuated all the size of everything, and I think it's quite cartoony. But sometimes it's really cool.
He does skip leg day though, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He's one of the things I like though is the way he's just got a snack pig tied up next to him on his thigh.
I didn't even notice that. That's brilliant. That's cool. I do like that. It's great.
But also his shoulder armor is the hull of a boat.
Yeah, it is. It's
that's clever. Yeah, nice.
Really, really smart. And again,
that is very smart.
Currently painting a samurai army for Phil from Titan Forge, and the quality of the prints is just lovely.
Yeah, Titan Forge consistently smash it out the park.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And then another model that I've never seen before, TPK Lab.
Ooh.
It's quite a chunky frost giant. Same principle, so using wrecks of boats, wrecks of like shields and things for the armor, and lots of fur. And again, he is a rotund sort of giant as opposed to the tall, skinny ones. But that's really, really cool sculpt, I thought.
Yeah, good. It's great.
Next up, Wargs. Norse myth. A Varga is a wolf, especially the wolf Fenrir that destroyed the god Odin at Ragnarok.
I mean, is it bad that I didn't even realise that was a unit entry?
Yeah, that is quite bad.
Yeah, it is. That is actually quite bad, Dan.
So basically, in the Aslander's unit, especially because they're look at the advance and march 918, Dan. How did you not see that?
I've never seen anyone take them.
I know.
And Vanguard.
Who does someone that one he was
Doesn't
at
David
Cardiff.
take them?
Yeah, David takes them. David
does he?
take them.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Ah, wait, 4 hit points each.
Yeah, strength 5, 4 attacks
Yeah.
each.
They are pretty.
I think they're awesome.
They're pretty good.
And the Vanguard and the Strider Forest. Oh, so good. So, Mears models. So, started out with just your traditional giant wolfy sort of things. Why not? We
Nice.
could have some
Yeah.
hyena wolves as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then, looking at some of the Mears models as well, why can't your wargs be more humanoid? It doesn't necessarily have to just be a giant wolf.
It works with the Norse Blood Bowl team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So these are all Mears miniatures, so loads of inspiration from Mears. You've then got Mini Monster Mayhem,
Ooh.
so going into
Yeah.
the ice theme again.
That's
So these are
cool.
like the ice wargs, which again, my Mini Monster Mayhem is one of my favourite sculptors at the moment. They're throwing out so many good things.
I always have a soft spot for like the sculpts that show off like a more fantastical, a slightly more fantastical, magical version of something.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the icicle mane, like to make that look like what you're hoping it will look like, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that.
I know what you're saying.
Did you
Yeah.
see their monstrous Pokemon range, Dan?
No, but this sounds like a new army concept. Keep going.
Yeah, so basically they've done all the Pokemon, but monsters.
Ah, so that's
So-
my Beast Herds army sorted then.
I think it's a bit too big for Beast Herds, but it's still cool.
Shrink them down, innit?
Fair enough. Yeah, answer for everything. Then you've got White Werewolf Tavern. So again, going back towards more of the humanoid werewolf, but again, different styles. So again, more Norsey looking. And then just like your warriors, which are werewolves with the wolf head. So I just think there's different options that you can do, especially if you're going down that Varga sort of werewolf Asklander theme.
Yeah, I like that. It sort of like almost fits in with the Shield Maiden. If you could do sort of a Shield Maiden-esque
Exactly.
werewolf sort of thing. That's great. That's a good idea. I like that.
It's just occurred to me, I can't think of any kind of stock unit entries that imply werewolves.
No, just the Vargs. Wargs, sorry.
I suppose in Beast Herds you could just pretend the Minotaurs aren't cows.
Cows that kill, as Phil says. Next up, Beast Herds. So we've got Gargoyle Strike Harpies, because they used to be called Harpies and I prefer the name.
Yeah.
Greek myth, half human, half bird, personification of storm winds. So we're going to start out with the little entry there. So I never knew they were hard target 1. I think that's quite cool.
I mean, usually I don't think it matters because they just land in front of
Yeah, the chaff.
land in front of a Death Star, don't they? That's about it.
Exactly.
Redirect.
Devastating charge plus 1 strength. Doesn't really matter. They're never going to
Doesn't
charge.
No, all we care about is a fly 918 and a 135 points. Fish bosh, done.
So first up, we've got Lost Kingdom.
Very cool.
They
Very
are
cool.
sweet
That-
models. This is part of their Dark Elf range.
Okay.
That's a very strong start, Ryan. That's a
It's a
very,
very
strong
strong start. Next up, we've then got one-page rules, which again they're throwing out some amazing sculpts at the moment.
Yeah.
The one-page rules Patreon is just going from strength to strength.
Yeah,
Like-
this is their Beast Herds ones, because I have got some
Yeah.
other ones that they've done as well in a second. But I love how they look human in terms of like their
Yeah.
armor and their things like that, but they are feral.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then we have this one is Raven Twin miniatures.
That's cool.
What's really impressive is they float without any supports.
I know. The only thing I have with these ones, but Raven Twin I think are normally really, really good, is because of the shape of their horns, each time they bat their wings, they'll cut their wings. Does that make sense, or is it just me?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love that's where we're drawing the line here.
Yeah. But brilliant. 1-page rules, so some more demony looking harpies, gargoyles.
They're really cool. They're really cool for
Really like them.
all sorts of different things. Yeah.
Then more 1-page rules. These are the Zinchi birdie looking ones.
Hooray for birds. Ninth Age needs more birds.
You've said that before, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
Do a Kenku army.
like, no, legit. Like, if I mean, give me a couple of games against those like murder Minotaur units, and I'll probably will make a avian themed Beasters list.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool.
Owlbears for days.
Then Raging Heroes. So these are your more Grecian traditional mythological harpies,
Nice.
which I think are really, really cool.
Oh, wait, hang on.
And there's the horror.
I have to lean in for this one. What's happening? What?
So these are blood-sucking harpies.
What's going on there?
That's not the name I give them.
Yeah. So these are who are they? Rocket Pig. I think they're so I can't tear my eyes away from them.
Can't tell your eyes away from what, Ryan?
All of it. It's just so horrific.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can name 8 things I can't take my eye away from. Because weirdly, it looks like they've only got 4 fingers on each hand.
But if you look at the shape of the beaks, the way it's made is that it's supposed to inject, and then as it pulls out, it rips the flesh apart. I just think that's horrific. Absolutely horrific. And how I imagine a harpy to attack people.
I hope whoever sculpted this from Rocket Pig has a real long sit down with themselves. You know? Just like next performance meeting. Just really
Do you think they have performance meetings?
After this, they should do.
Okay, moving on. My favourite harpies of all time.
These are cool. Okay, yeah, I think these are quite interesting actually.
So Orc King Games. Never heard of them. I found
They
them
are-
this time.
Orc
Love
King
them.
are good for they do a lot of kind of if Orc King is one I'm thinking of, they do like quote unquote normal models, and they also do like more comedy, cartoony, try-by kind of models. But yeah, this is like they've got a style, and this is it entirely.
Yeah.
I think it's a great.
This is very like your crones from The Witcher, or like your hags and things like that.
Yeah.
So good. And again, the visual image of it is so disturbing, but I think they would look brilliant in any Beast Heads army.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're great. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Okay. Beast Herds, a Jabberwock. A menacing creature that is slain by the protagonist of the poem The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll.
Imagine if you were identified purely on the way that you were killed. You know? Like that's the only notable feature.
Fair enough. In terms of the rules... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, you wouldn't be around to really know about it because
It's a question.
you've been killed.
Yeah, I mean, just
So,
imagine the dating profile. I'm the Jabberwock. I hate Vorpal swords.
Yeah, it's true.
Very good. Yeah. All right.
The unit profile, I love the Aura of Madness.
Yeah.
And again, I just wish it wasn't 1 or more models. So enemy units within 6 should get the -1. And if you had 2 of the Jabberwocks running around, -2 disciplining things.
I know, right? Yeah. Stuff
You never know.
with,
Jump on the forums. They might change it at the end of the year.
Exactly, never know. Okay, so your traditional cockatrice Jabberwock sort of looking model from Miss.
Cool. Yeah.
So
Like
again, inspires fear. They are another
that's
avian
pretty
one
cool.
then, Dan.
Very nice.
Very nice. That's White Werewolf Tavern.
Wait,
Then you got a swamp dragon.
wait. You lured me in with the birds, and it feels like someone didn't read the design brief. What?
Nope. So this is a swamp dragon. So again, this is Dragon Trapper's Lodge. Again, I love their sculpts at the moment. So again, going away from the traditional dragon, theme, basically a poisonous alligator with wings.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely works. I think it's brilliant. I mean, yeah, I think it's excellent.
So cool. Then you got a cataplephus.
Hey.
Love a good cataplephus. So again, a monster that's so weird it just instills fear.
Yeah.
And I like the mushroom one as well. I think that's just really, really cool.
Yeah, I can't take my eyes off that. In a good way. I'm like, that's really cool.
Oddly cute and endearing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's got the face of a swine, but the shape of a horse, and again, all the different types. Yeah, it's a mythical creature, nonetheless, and again, so it would fit definitely with the Beast Herd's army. Owlbear.
Hey!
Here he is.
Here he is. An alternative sculpt. Because you can have two in an army. There you go. But if you look at the skeleton on the floor, you can see the size of it, which is quite cool.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
So again, it's the right size then for Jabberwock. And again, especially if you're going for an avian-themed army there, Dan. Again, there's a distinct lack of owlbears, I feel, in the Night Age.
Well, I did kind of broach the subject with Julia, but she told me if I print too many more armies, she's going to kick me out of the house.
So one more is allowed?
Well, I think I'm being very loose with my interpretation of the threat.
But she hasn't put a limit on it yet.
Yeah.
So then this is a model by Besterium Games, and this is going more into your horrific style Jabberwock.
Alright. Yeah, that's great. I like that. I think it's cool.
I think it's terrifying.
I really, again, I think the verticality is something that will
so nice.
really make it stick. Yeah, lovely jobs.
Then this thing. So if you were going for a more calm, also can still rip your face off, sort of. Yeah. This is called a Kipine. It's very similar to like almost like a good Praeton, so like a cursed mythical beast that still flies, that can still be. Yeah, I just think they're really nice. This is Lord of the Print again.
What a cutie!
Oh. It is.
Once again, lured you in with a false sense of security. This is a bloodsucker dragon.
Of course,
that's nice. That's really good though. I like that.
So again, it's the fear. Yeah, just not nice. Because again, you've got the breath weapon, you've got the fact that it flies, but it's all misshapen and gangly, so I think it fits the Jabberwock sort of trope.
I agree.
Lord of the Print again, really nice stuff. An enslaved moose.
Yeah, that is horrific, but in a nice way. I don't know if that's what I mean, but yeah.
I'm kind of terrified to find out the story of why there's a corpse hanging out his chest that doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't look like a corpse. Why there's a person hanging out his throat.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's also again the nice little pods that have stuck to it and started then getting all the tendrils out and have enslaved it. I think it's just painted in a nice way. Go on, Andy.
I was going to say, I was just trying to remember, so I don't misremember it. Is that like those zombie ants that like get taken over by
cordyceps?
Thank you. I knew you'd know. Yeah, great.
That's just
cool.
wait. Just wait.
Oh god!
Oh, no.
God. You've been doing your research for today, haven't you?
Then you've got the turkey dragon.
It is a turkey dragon. Oh my god! I'd use that as a Jabberwock in my
Exactly. So would I.
bird
Look at the
herds.
chariot wheel on the floor. So that's the size of it.
Right. Okay.
Oh, look at its giblets.
Gobble gobble.
That's terrifying. If you had one of those in a Beast Herd's army.
What size base do you think that is?
It's 150 mil, that one, so you might have to, you might have to shrink that one down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or Dan.
Yeah.
Bit of cork.
Bit of cork. Bit of cork, mate.
Cool.
Okay.
Great stuff.
So this is the point here where I'm going to start to say things are starting to get a little bit dark. Okay.
Right.
So cultists, hooray! Cultists, lots of different types. They're all really fun until they get you into the cult. So there's lots of different types of cultists. So you've got your traditional weird death cultists. These are my mini monster mayhem again.
That's
Really,
cool.
really cool.
Yeah,
This one's got 2 pairs of arms for some reason. Why not?
Why not? He's extra handy to have around.
Nice, exactly.
Yeah.
Great. And then you're going into the Cthulhu-esque sort of fish cults.
Mm-hmm.
It starts to get a little bit darker now.
As the tentacles start appearing from
Yeah.
over the road.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha. Got ya.
Yeah. And also, weirdly, it looks like he's got another face coming out of his knee. Which is
Tony.
yeah.
Hey.
Then some traditional, more angry cultists. Fair enough, they're pretty cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like them. I like how they're painted really well. I like
Yeah,
lots of like OSL sort of, or potential for OSL going on there.
Well, all the candles are sculpted to the bases as well, which I think would be really cool. So you can really go OSL off them.
Nice.
I mean, I know it's obviously a 9th Age channel, but there's also like Blood Bowl-y type stuff that you could do with them.
Definitely. Fisher folk. So people that worship the Cthulhu-esque people starting to get a bit grim now. Look at the rusty hook in his hand. That is just horrid.
I really want to do an undead pirates army. I just love to do that. I know this would be great. That'd be great.
Yeah. So that's the all the different priests you've got there on the right hand side, then all the different cultists you've got on the left. So yeah, really cool. And then starting to get into the flesh shaper sort of horror cultists. Yeah, quite grim now.
And hang on, so which company is this?
This is Bastarian Miniatures.
Bastarian, okay.
So they've got about 7 different ranges of cultists, all of different types. So you've got Cthulhu-esque, your flesh shapers, you've got your angry cultists. Really good stuff. And the sculpts are just stunning. It worries me that the cape's made out of skin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I really like that sort of thing though. I think it's quite dark, but yeah.
But if you look at the detail of her chainmail, I know it's not really protecting anything, but the sculpting on it is just really good.
It's really fine detail, which is always good for chainmail. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, so that's the cultists out of the way. Now on to some symbiotes. So an organism living in symbiosis with another. Oh.
This is I know what this is going to entail.
So basically, in the 9th Age, a demon symbiote is a cultist that has ascended and allowed a demon to possess them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Happy Halloween, guys.
Oh, yes! That's actually really cool. I like that.
So these are the brutes. This is 3 different sculpts of these ones here, and they're basically being taken over by the parasitic Cthulhu-esque thing.
Amazing.
Again, the sculpts are fascinating. Again, to paint those would be a joy.
Yeah.
I just don't want to stare at it very long.
Oh.
Wow. Oh my god.
Just wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a proper tryptophobia warning right there, isn't it?
Yep.
It is, isn't it?
I'm not going swimming ever again.
Is it weird that the bit that kind of wigged me out the most though was the fact that all of those legs have 2 toes each?
Yes. Like a little lousy sort of thing. Yeah.
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 Weirdly, I find this model that's just appeared more kind of disarming, like more grossy.
Is that because her
than the
arms
others.
have been removed and replaced with bones?
Yeah, because like when things are only kind of slightly wrong, so I suppose
Yeah.
it almost triggers off that like uncanny valley
Exactly.
type thing.
I mean, GW did something similar, wasn't it? Is it with the Unmade? Is it with the Warcry?
Yes. Yeah. This is that on turned up to 11.
Yeah, it is.
So-
Oh my god, it is.
So look at the hands on that one there. They are just
Oh.
literally just the demon has taken over, isn't it? So basically, these are horrific demonettes.
Wow, we were.
What size are they? I mean, I guess they're like.
So I believe these are 32
20?
mil. So they're
Oh,
actually
32
larger
mil.
than
Right,
larger than normal
okay.
28 mil, but you
Right.
can scale them because they're 3D printable,
Right, okay.
and they're also multi-part. So you can change all the arms, you can change all the legs about and stuff like that, which is quite funky. But say there's lots of different sculpts of them, each more disarming than the rest.
Oh. Oh, okay. Hang on. The problem with these models, right, is that you have to proper study them to see just how horrifying it all is.
Yeah, it's the corpse that's been sculpted into the head.
I mean, and the other problem is that you have to study them in order to then decide if you put it up on the shelf, is your significant other going to have a serious problem with you?
You're going to hit it with a brick. Yeah. But this is Halloween, and again, some people really like the flesh molding.
No. So yeah, that I promise you that wasn't a judgment.
No, I know.
On anyone making them, designing them, or even buying them. I mean that it's doing exactly what it is. I think it's beautifully sculpted,
Exactly.
beautifully made, and it's great paint. I love the sort of grimdark painting. I'm always a big fan of that.
Definitely.
That style. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I don't know what size that is, but I mean,
Huge.
also sort of. That's
so
also
that's-
like a great
Demon source size, yeah.
Forsaken one,
Exactly.
as well, stuff like that. And I've got Warriors. I've got Warriors army, so yeah, brilliant.
Oh. That. Are they even arms?
Yeah, I'm trying. There's a lot going on with this.
So
I guess.
the
Are
thing
they
for
just
me,
spikes? Are they just stabby?
no, the idea, the story behind the remade is they're basically striders.
Okay.
Driders, sorry.
Right.
So part spider, part human, or part elf. However, they're not like a naturally occurring thing. They're made this way.
Well, I could tell you right now that they're not naturally made, Ryan.
I know, but this is one of the makers that's now taking organs out and taking parts from a corpse that they've got that's been killed around them.
Right. Okay.
So this is then the creator that then creates the other abominations.
Okay.
But the thing that's really unsettling for me is the angle of the legs and the first set of arms.
Yeah.
Then the fact
Yeah.
that she's then stood up.
Yeah. Or lean.
But how
And then,
she's just casually just sat down like a cat would sit. Just,
yeah.
And it's just like, oh god.
Wait, hang on. So she's like cradling,
Got forearms.
Someone. but
Yeah.
then those legs, that person's legs stretch all the way to the ground.
Yeah. She's remaking it basically.
Okay.
Okay. That's enough of
Cool.
that now.
What? I thought I would have
Bastarian
learned
miniatures,
after
guys.
last year.
Bastarian miniatures. Amazing models. Truly amazing.
Yeah.
It's very to taste for some people, but
Yeah, but I think they're worth checking out, though. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
variety is the spice of life.
Yeah.
Demon Legions, Hope Harvester. Once all hope is harvested, one makes a change from being hopeful to being hopeless. Great. So
Right,
in
yeah.
the Demon Legions, this is basically a volley gun that's also a monster. I think it's a brilliant unit, and it's when I have my demon army, which will happen, I'm having 2 of these just because they're so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, yes, love it.
So Dragon
Love it.
Trapper's Lodge again. I love them. I think they're so
It's-
cool.
for me, weirdly, the best bit is the little uvula at the back
Yeah.
of the throat.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I kind of want to see this painted exactly like lifelike,
Exactly.
because
Oh,
like not even fantastic, not in any fantasy colors or anything like that.
Proper
Absolutely,
Michelangelo sort of style pinks.
Yeah, lifelike. Because for me, that would be more horrific than any other color scheme, and it would be great.
I just like the fact that the one on the right, the end of the tongue is also a hand.
Yeah, and the one on the right as well is almost as though he's singing his heart out.
Exactly.
Like he's kind of hit the high note, and he's like, "Things can only get." I don't know why I chose that. I don't know why I chose B-Ring. but anyway, let's go with it. We'll lean into it.
1-page rules, which I think are awesome.
Like, you
They've
can
recently done the Plague Demons.
you can never have too many war snails.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Exactly. Just really, really cool. And again, the idea of painting it all, you've got all the mushrooms, all the different colours. You also got the skulls coming out of the shell on the right. I just think it's so many different options you've got. But painting the ooze on it as well is just so cool.
Yeah, nice.
Lord of the Print.
Cool. All right.
So these are huge.
Yeah.
So these are, if you imagine, gargantula bases.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
So these would be like your War of the Worlds towering over the battlefield sort of style Hope Harvester, which I think would be fantastic. And again, they literally just plunge in their
Right.
claws down, grabbing a soul, bringing him back up. It's like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
And then this weird little thing. So I thought it was just so many tentacles and teeth.
Oh. Oh, there are tentacles that trail off the back of it as well. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah, so
cute. Reminds me of
I
the
think that one's
Marlboros.
Rocket Pig again.
Yeah.
Good on Rocket Pig.
Right.
I think it's amazing. Horrifying, but amazing. So, as a Hope Harvester, it is literally that, isn't it? You see something like that. Oh,
You just that's enough. That's enough 9th Age for one day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My Mini Factory, that really likes. I like them because you can almost paint them as like burlap sacks or as skin. Up to you, your choice. But the one on the left, though, the little eyes that's stitched in.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, that's
Oh, they're stitched.
well done. For noticing
So
that,
creepy.
'cause I did not.
So creepy.
That has suddenly changed the game for me. I mean, I wasn't disliking him anyway, but that is great.
Yeah, it's got a very
Have a-
much a Nightmare
have a
Before
nice
Christmas sort of feel to
day.
it. Isn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Really nice.
brilliant. Love that.
Next up, bloat flies.
Oh,
So, bloat, a disease of the livestock characterized by an accumulation of gas or liquid in the stomach. Hooray! So, I really like the concept of these in the army. I don't see enough of them because people tend to go more for the brazen beasts, the blazing glories. I'd love to see more bloat flies.
I mean, I think it's because they were so OP, weren't they? During
Oh,
the
yeah.
bit? They got a bit of a bad. They
They
got
got
such a
hit with
bad
the nerf
rep.
bat. Yeah.
And then they got hit with the nerf bat, didn't they? So
So, these are Mears miniatures. So,
Oh,
some
that's
dung
cool.
beetles.
Oh.
nice.
Another good dung beetle. And then our friend Bestiarium again. So
Hey, that
these are
works though. Sorry.
part of the same range as the enslaved moose.
Hmm.
So these are part of the ones where the cordyceps virus, or the cordyceps fungus, sorry, starts taking over the host and going out. And this is the end result.
And there are some great Cromlech do some excellent insect wings as well.
They do.
Which they would just go so well. Yeah, I mean, again with this as well, and they're great. The scale's great. I think they would work really well with these.
Definitely. I think they're lovely models. Again, if you're going for that more horrific style of your demon army, really, really nice. I can't remember who these are, and I'm really sorry to whoever has sculpted them. I didn't save it when I saved the file. But I like the fact that they look like almost like a rat sort of style.
They, I mean, I'm probably horrendously wrong, but they have a definitive one-page rules.
They could be.
To them.
They could be one-page rules. But again, there's something different, aren't they? They're more animal as opposed to like an insect.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah, it's something interesting. Yeah.
These are definitely one-page rules. So like your anti-insecty sort of things, but with your fungus people on top.
Mm.
The what do you call it? The lemures or whatever they are in the Ninth Age. The one-page rules ones. They look very orcish, don't they?
Do they?
I was thinking that with a couple of things ago, but I think the way that they've sculpted them and the way that you could paint them anyway, that you could use for both.
Yes.
I think that if you wanted to do them as in an orc and goblin army with a particular theme, and paint them green, they absolutely would work in the orc and goblin in an orc army. At the same time, you paint them in a demonic way, they're going to look like that. So that's really cool. Horrifying, but really, really cool.
And we're back, guys.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's the way that they're double jointed.
Yeah.
So they've actually got two elbows per arm. It's like, oh no.
Oh, I don't want it.
No. But again, as a unit of bloatflies, having 6 of them coming towards you doesn't matter.
Oh
if you've got
god,
wings or
6 of them! Christ, on a bike! Oh my god, no!
Because there's 3 different sculpts of them.
Nice.
Because you'd have to slap the wings on them as well, just for that extra happy fun time.
Would you do like fairy wings, like butterfly wings?
Yeah, little dinky ones.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think they are horrific, but they would work so well.
Yeah. Like the size of the wings for that giant turkey that we had for the Jabberwock.
Turkey dragon. Here we go, Dread Elves. We're away from the horrible things again. So, Kraken or Mist Leviathan. So, the Kraken is a legendary sea monster of Leviathan size, said to appear off the coast of Norway. Spelling mistake. There we go, there's the Kraken, and there is the Mist Leviathan. So again, we see a lot of Hydras, not very many Krakens. Very rarely, I don't think I've ever seen a Colossal Kraken being taken. I'd love to see a Colossal Kraken.
You're right, yeah, that's normally the chariot-sized ones.
Yeah. Because it gets, 7 HP? Which is quite cool. Miss Leviathan, again, I know Hyper G took it a couple of times, and I haven't seen it since. But again, it would be quite cool to see it on the battlefield. Lost Kingdom. So a koi dragon.
A koi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. Again, it's pretty huge, that one. So again, that would do for your Colossal. Then just your traditional Krakens, which are a bit more crab-like.
Ugh.
Then Werewolf Miniatures. White Werewolf Tavern, Soren. I love the beak, but then you've got the bony shards elements of the then the mouth, then the tentacly bits, then it goes back into like a centipede sort of thing. I think it's so clever.
If this is like if they do models that can be used for Dungeons and Dragons, that's very similar to a beastie called a Neophyllid, which is a giant mutated brain-eating tadpole that ate all its fellow tub dwellers and it just becomes a thing of utter nightmares.
It sounds lovely.
Yeah,
I like it.
real.
If you see the sword stuck in its chassis,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can see how big it is.
And you got the arrows in the top as
Yeah.
well throughout as well.
So again, I think it's a lovely model, and will work brilliantly as either a Kraken or a Mist Leviathan.
And if anyone is interested in reading a short story about this Leviathan, they can check out Transmarinus on the forum. Short story I once wrote about.
There we go.
Thing. What? I like this.
Plug away.
I reckon whoever wrote that story is an absolute stand-up bloke.
he's in fact the opposite.
It's not you, Dan, is it?
Well, I was just trying to be modest, but
Anyway, back to this
is
slug
good. I like it.
rather than the other
I
slug.
like it. Nice.
This is Mias Miniatures, and then you have a humanoid Kraken, which I think is really cool.
I think that could work though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's great. It's great.
I would worry about the tentacles snapping
Yeah, well, yeah.
from a modelling point of view, but I think it's lovely. Really, really nice.
And that's 100 mil base, do you think? I'm trying to remember.
That was 150.
Oh, 150. Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty big. Gorgons. 3 sisters of Greek mythology, Stheno, Euryale, and Medusa, each with snakes for hair and the power to turn any who looked at them to stone. These are all the hot stuff at the moment for Dread Elves, aren't they?
Yep.
Yep. Because of the petrifying stare. Just look at that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
oh wow,
Yeah.
Yep. In addition to having halberds, strength 4, offensive 5,
Yeah.
4 attacks each, lightning reflexes.
I mean, like, well, yeah. I mean, every list I've been looking at has either had them on their own or mainly in units of 3.
Fun. Mias Miniatures again.
Mm.
So
Nice.
rather
Very
than
cool.
having snakes for hair, they're snakes.
yeah.
I just think it works so much better.
Cut out the middleman.
Exactly. But it's the fangs and the gums around the fangs for me.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
Really, really nice. And again, you get them in a
Great
unit
sculpt.
as well, so you can buy a unit and you've got the whole lot. So
That's
no matter how
yeah.
many millions you're going to include in your army, done. Some more traditional looking Medusas.
Mm.
So very Greek mythology.
Is that traditional?
Yes.
Oh,
In terms of like the Titans and things like that, yeah.
sure.
And if you look at the what was it called, the Homorid and stuff like that, this is how they were described. They were tried to make Medusa as ugly as possible
Wow, they did a pretty good job.
because she spurned the advances of Poseidon, I believe.
Because she was very beautiful, wasn't she? And then
Said to rival Athena, apparently, which is why she was
that's
cursed.
it. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. And then my Mini Monster Mayhem again. I like these ones because you can have a combination of cobras and like closed mouths, open mouths, legs, non-legs, taily bits, and they're all multi-part. So the STLs, Dan. So all the arms, all the legs, all the heads come separate.
There's
Oh,
a lot
cool.
of STL files are now coming out as like modular, which is
Yeah, so
just
good.
incredible. Avatars
And
of War have been really good.
That's
for it.
one of the ones that you can make, for example. And I just think that just looks so much better as a dark elf, dread elf style army.
Yeah, yeah.
Against the fangs again. Bloody horrible. I hate snakes. Infernal Dwarves. Lamassu. Lamassu Guardians are mostly associated with power and influence of royalty of ancient Mesopotamia. So, Lamassus were originally good, apparently, in history. But this is a Lamassu from the Infernal Dwarves book.
Mhm.
I haven't really looked at it, Dan, because it's Infernal Dwarves, and I don't really want to.
I've got a Lamassu in my list I'm building towards.
Have you?
Yeah. I think it's a really fun like spell choices for it. Like if we're gonna talk game, spell choices
Talk
for
game.
it. And I mean, well, The reason I'm taking a Lamassu is because I've got a Lamassu. Like,
it's a good reason.
Yeah, like the one with the massive face, like the flat face. Yeah, I've had him for yonks and then didn't really know what to do with him, but I'm taking him. You can't stop me.
It's fine. No. You're taking the whole army of the dwarves. I don't mind. Lost Kingdom miniatures.
Yeah.
So again, just the sculpt.
That's cool.
Really, really nice.
That is a great sculpt. Sorry.
They heard our advice of a bit of cork, mate.
Sorry?
They heard our advice for a little bit of cork, and they just thought they cut out
exactly
one of the steps for
3D printed cork, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And that is great.
These are lovely.
Oh, that is nice. Wait, is that?
I think these are one-page rules.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not.
No, it's not. It's Raven Twin. Big palm. Raven Twin miniatures.
Very
So you can
nice.
either have them winged or wingless.
Of course, yeah.
But I think they're really, really cool. And I like the horned infernal dwarfs. Really cool. Traditional mythological style Lamassu.
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. That's nice.
So he's Clay Beast Creations. And then Warpstone Miniatures.
I love the Warpstone stuff, and yeah, I mean, part of the reason why I'm using the model I've got is the goofiness, very similar to this. Just
the old school GW sculpts from the 80s. Really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Good times. So that's a Lamassu. Kadim. So Kadim is an ancient Arabic name meaning one who serves.
Huh.
Yeah. So you got incarnates, which are just horrific. Hate incarnates. And then a Kadim Titan, which is a giant horrific monster. That's even more horrific. But necessity for most infernal dwarves, I think. Lost Kingdom.
That is just crazy.
Wow.
That is, like, seriously, man, that is.
Yeah, there's so much going on that. I love
Yep.
it. So if you look at the armor plates and then look at the body underneath. So the body underneath is literally magma. So all you can see all the skulls floating in it. You can see all the different things there. The only armor plates, they're not actually holding on to anything. They're moving around with all the magma. And I think it's just fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
I can't quite tell how big it is.
Oh, it's
I can't
huge.
tell
That's a
how big. Yeah.
Kadim Titan.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, yeah.
So
Yes.
the base itself is going to be 150 wide.
100, yeah.
So he's pretty big.
Just a little bit.
Amazing.
Just a
That's
little
great.
bit. Really
I
nice.
love that. That's a great
And then
find.
to go with him, you have the little ones, which I prefer them to the GW ones so much.
Yeah, I really like those.
The old Kadai. Really, really nice. And I love the again the lava coming out of their face masks. So cool. Then a fire genie.
Ooh, okay.
So from
Nice.
Mini Monster Mayhem. So it's huge. So it's giant sized. So again, if you're looking for the Eastern European, going towards the Turkey area, and again towards the Arabian sort of style,
Lovely.
like Babylonians, genies, Ifrits, all those things were part of their history as well. So this could be a Kadim Titan. But I think it's lovely. Really, really nice. Magma Turtles.
Okay, yeah.
Love them.
Cool.
Absolutely
I
love them.
them. They're really cute. They're great. Well, I mean, they're fierce and as well, but
Yeah. But I love the way that all the lava inside is boiling out of their volcano backs.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Really cool. Again, Mini Monster Mayhem.
I do. I not necessarily a criticism per se, but I think that may just be the same. Well, maybe not the one on the left, but is that not just the same model, just turned in different positions?
It might be. I believe it does come as a set of 4, though.
The lava does look
Oh,
different across the
right.
4 as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I don't think there's much they can do because they are just turtles. So
Actually-
Oh yeah, no, of course. Yeah, no, that is a very valid point.
But I thought, why not? Why do Kadim have to be like your Kadim monstery things? Can't they just be infernal giant demons that are enslaved to the infernal dwarfs?
Yeah.
So these are mere miniatures. These are the infernal Infernus. So again, similar sort of thing, but a bit more Roman themed. I just thought they were really cool.
Yeah.
And
And
for
we
a unit
know
of
how
15
Ninth Age loves the Roman theme.
Exactly. Exactly. Put these in a vermin swarm army. Mere miniatures again, people.
Brilliant. They're great. That's a
Saurian
really good idea
Ancients.
as well.
Saurian Ancients. So this, I've been waiting so long for the new Saurian Ancients book, simply because of the dinosaurs. There's so many dinosaurs. But Latin for great lizards, for Magnasauria. There's a Titanopod, which I cannot wait. It's probably going to be absolute shite on the game, but I do not care. I do not care. Look at the size of that base. 100 by 200. Think of all the cork you can put on that.
And that is what counts.
Exactly. But this is the ones that I've got here today. So Taurosaur, Titanopod, Thyroscutus, Stygiosaur, and Apuakai Sky Tyrant, which I think is just awesome. So starting off, Lost Kingdom miniatures again, with Apuakai Sky I can't even talk. Sky Tyrant. I think it's really, really cool, especially because it's got the weird tendril things like it does in Avatar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great. That's cool. Yeah.
But also, again, the size of it, because of how big it is, it's bigger than your traditional Pterodon or your Ramphadon. I think it would look really, really cool. One-page rules, Thyroscutus with big cannon.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Really cool. And they got almost like a thorny devil sort of look, don't they, to the heads?
Yeah,
Really like them. And then one of my favourites, Mini Monster Mayhem again. It's something about the dinosaurs as beasts of burden that I really, really like.
So for me, it's from the days of Dino Riders.
Yeah,
I used to have
exactly.
them when I was a kid, and it's just set within my psyche. So I'm with you.
It's also Dinotopia. Did you ever read that series of books?
Yes, I did. And watch the TV show and watch the show as well.
Exactly. So that's a big chappie that can be either a Thyroscutus or it can be a beast of burden, anything.
Brilliant.
But also with the new Saurian Ancient rules, you can put howders on all of them.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense to do that.
So good. I can't even pronounce whatever animal that is. I think it's a Quetzalcoatlus, something like that. But it's like a giraffe-sized pterosaur.
Yeah.
Again, swap the rider, and you've got then your I can't pronounce that either. Sky Tyrant, which is just awesome.
Well, I mean, I was thinking if I did a Saurian Ancients army, that I would actually do it with human riders to like Dinotopia and
exactly.
Ark and Dino Riders. You know, because
so Lord of the Print is your friend then, because all of their models are humans riding them. So
brilliant.
Another that could be a Taurosaur carrying its bamboo. Then you got one of them. I think just the detail of them is just lovely.
Yeah.
So
there is just something fun about dinosaurs. Like, regardless of everything else, boil it down, dinosaurs are cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a Kanku there, Dan. So they do Kankus as well in Lord of the Print.
Yeah, good shout.
So again, I love the fact that it's got that height again. So it's not just the fact that the dinosaur is huge, it's also got the bamboo canes with all the fish hanging off of it, and the fact that they look nomadic.
Yeah, it tells a nice story, doesn't it?
Definitely, but if you had one of each of these dinosaurs in a different unit, it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
There it
Titanopod.
is.
So Tommy T's actually printed one of these.
Really?
I see.
Yes. Yeah. And from head to tail, it's 23 inches long. But it fits on the base. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Does it though?
It does. No, the legs all fit on the base. Slight
Sure.
overhang, but
Bit of
I
cool.
suppose. But
yeah,
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
I suppose it's one way to stop people recharging you, isn't it?
exactly. But again, if you look at the rules for the Titanopod, that's one of the things that it can't be rear charged. It can't be so, and it stomps in all directions and stuff like
Yeah,
that. This is
yeah.
a perfect example of it.
That
And
is amazing.
just if you look at the rider, for example, and imagine him to be the size of a 28mm model,
yeah,
you can see the size of it.
Christ.
that is just beautiful.
I think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait for Tommy to get it on the battlefield and just smash me up with it.
I can't wait to see it. I just want to see it. I just want to see that.
He started painting it now, and he hasn't shown me any
wow.
photos yet. I'm
No,
not
that's
happy.
fair
But yeah, Lord of the Prince, some fantastic models. I think this one here was $18.99 for the STL,
Oh,
which is so cheap, so
yeah.
cheap.
No, so that's what. Yeah, that's what. Brilliant.
Just nuts, absolutely nuts.
Games work. Who?
Exactly. Undying Dynasties Sphinx, a monster with a woman's head on a lion's body. It gave a riddle about the 3 ages of man, killing those who failed to solve it. It was actually Greek originally, as opposed to
Yeah.
Egyptian. But who are we to question it? Battle Sphinx and Dread Sphinx. So we see a lot of the Dread Sphinxes.
Yes.
But one of the things, I just want your opinion on this. This is game wise. Why is the Dread Sphinx, which it's faster, it's stronger, it's got more defensive skill, it's got more attacks, it's got more things. Why is it 40 points cheaper than the Battle Sphinx?
That's a good question.
I cannot see why.
I mean, Battle Sphinx has got more attacks, and
Does
Is
it?
it just?
because it's got 8 rider attacks with lethal strike.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
5 on the charge. But then again, the Dread Sphinx has got lethal strike on its 5 attacks. So
Multiple wound D3 against Tower and
multiple
Presence as well.
D3, yeah. So
So it's got.
I mean-
It has got. Like, yeah.
but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's an odd one, isn't it?
Weird.
12 attacks.
That's
Oh,
one.
hello.
Oh, look, a humanoid Sphinx.
That's cool.
Something completely different. And Lost Kingdom miniatures again. Some of their sculpts are just so good.
Yeah, great.
The chap on the top there just having a nice relax. Again, Lost Kingdom miniatures, a different style of Sphinx.
It's all about the verticality.
I know.
It's all about, that's the end game. That's the end game. How tall can we make our models?
The thing I like about that one is that it's held up by sand. So the
Yes.
part that's
Yeah.
coming from his hands and toes, that's like sand on the wind. So it looks so clever.
Yeah.
Miss Miniatures, a Greek Sphinx.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Something completely different. Then Archvillain games. We haven't seen many Archvillain games this year, but that is just lovely. You can tell the size of it because of the slaves it's crushing underfoot.
Oh, wait, what?
No, they can't be 20. They are not 20. No, they're not 28 mil, surely.
Yeah. Which is just
Really?
pretty cool.
Wow.
Really, really cool.
I mean, I'd love to have a model that needed its own carry case.
Exactly. Exactly. But because again, if you look at the different things that have got on there, so all the metallic parts of the armor, yeah, fair enough. But underneath that, it's got like the Sphinx cat sort of style, like no hair, no furless sort of skin.
Yeah.
So you look at its belly and its legs. That's a little bit mummified, yeah, we know. Then all the feathers are just so raggedy and horrible, and the bones sticking out between them. Oh, such a cool model.
It is. It's really beautiful. But imagine putting something that size on a table and then rolling only 5 dice to attack something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know they're going to be 1s and 2s as well.
Then Archvillain again. There's another more traditional style Dread Sphinx.
That's great. I like that.
Like,
that's really nice.
I think looking at these, it does make me think that the original, I say original, like the Games Workshop Dread Sphinx was actually a really cool model.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was way ahead of its time.
Good.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time. And it's just a shame that they discontinued Tomb King 6 months later.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Cool.
Rising from the underworld.
Yeah.
Along with all the Tomb Guard.
So the Anubis.
Really cool. Yeah,
I like the purple. I like the purple they've been using. I mean, I don't know if that's a digital thing they put in or whatever, but
I think it's part of the colouring that they do.
Yeah.
Because these are all digital.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's
like
lovely.
it.
Really, really nice.
I'm a big fan of that.
I like the fact that the jackal head again looks monstrous.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. 1-page rules again. Again, they're just throwing out some really good sculpts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
And like in a way, I think part of the reason, like looking at some of the others, I think part of the reason I like the 1-page rule stuff is because it's detailed enough.
Yes, it's not overdone, is it?
Yeah.
Overbaked. What's up next? Mounts and Shabti. So, first one, Amut, from the Egyptian Amit, which is an Egyptian devourer of the dead. So lots of different mounty things there.
Mm-hmm.
So Arc of Ages. I rarely see an Arc of Ages. I know Chris Bond did one.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen one apart from his. But again, Amuts. Do you see Amuts very often? As cavalry, as character mounts?
No.
It's characters tend to only see them in the unit.
Yeah. Then Shabtis, we know about them. So, Amut.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Really good.
What's that about 1-page rules being detailed enough?
Well, yeah.
Then a bit of a different angle as well to the size of it.
Again, there's a nice
Skeleton for size.
Look at that. Brilliant.
That looks lovely. Really, really nice. Again, I'm not sure how you would fit that onto it. Probably, even with cork.
Less cork. Less cork, please.
I like the hieroglyphs on the tower, on the
they're
statue,
great.
the pillar.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Nice.
Then Archvillain again. These are Shabtis, but they're Scarab Shabtis.
Ooh.
Hey.
Really, really cool.
I like that. I like how the armor mimics the horn on their carapace.
I mean, yeah.
So these are constructs, aren't they? But they're constructed to look like giant scarabs.
Yeah.
So clever.
Wow.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, really, really nice. Arc of Ages.
Nice.
Again, it's the sand as well.
Yeah. I mean, what a great idea.
I like the fact that the sand is opening the sarcophagus as well and letting the mummy out.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's so cool.
But it's also, again, the details around the sarcophagus, the hieroglyphs, the inscriptions.
Yeah.
It's so... Well, it's a floating boat in the sand. But it's so accurate as to what it would look like in Egyptian tombs, wouldn't it?
It's just something that you look at. You've got to keep looking at several times over in order to, keep seeing new stuff, and that's
Exactly.
a real testament to what they've come up with. There.
Really, really good. 1-page rules again, that one, I believe.
Yeah, well done.
Vampire Covenant. Monstrous Revenant. So a revenant is one that returns after death. I rarely ever see any of these, and I don't know why. Because I had one in my list.
Yeah.
Not that I actually built my list, but I still had it.
I physically have one in
Yeah.
my VC. Yeah, for my VC. It's a converted Stormcast Grotto.
Nice.
Yeah, and but I don't think it's big enough.
You don't think it's big enough?
I'm looking, when this came up, I was like, oh, hello. This is going to give me some good ideas.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's appropriate.
No,
anymore.
it's fair enough.
Nice.
So Undead Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. There we go.
Really, really cool. So
But
putting
already
then
that's
a
better than
vampire
what
on
I've
top of
got.
that.
Yeah.
So Mini Monster Mayhem again. There's so many stuff they've got for Mini Monster Mayhem. I like the little eggs in the flames at the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Undead Terraskew.
Nice.
Ooh.
Bit different. White Werewolf Tavern.
Wait, hang on.
And then Bestiarium comes back.
Of course, it's
from the grave.
Bestiarium. God.
So, just the fact that it's got 4 arms, 2 legs, head that points 3 different directions. Just wow.
Yeah,
Just-
and I've got an old school Isabella she hasn't been doing anything for ages model that I would quite happily put on the steps with this and have the 2 of them as the vampire on Monstrous Revenant.
Well, the other thing I think of is that why can't the Monstrous Revenant be a vampire? So you don't need to put a vampire on there.
Yeah, agreed.
But I just think it's fascinating. All the holy symbols and like the parts that you see, the wooden parts coming out of his back. That's all parts of like the parapets you have in churches.
Yeah.
And it's so clever, the detail that's gone into it.
Yeah.
I think. Hang on, are they like tombstones? Is this like a gore golem?
Yeah. So again,
That's
it
cool.
is a revenant because it's undead.
Yeah.
But again, same principle. Why does the vampire have to be on top of a revenant? Why can't the vampire possess the stones around him and stuff like that with blood? And very, very cool.
Why not, indeed? Hey,
Why not? Model agnostic. I'm not sure those wings would be able to lift him, but that's fine. Again, it's having the small wings, and it just makes it a little bit more uncanny.
Yeah.
Well, I feel there's a group for him and the giant turkey that they could sit in on. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
That is an awesome model.
That is.
That is an awesome model.
There's so much going on with that. So that's your blood dragon, basically.
Yeah.
So again, it's got hooves at the back, lovely. It's then got
Who's at the front? Who's at the side?
4 legs, but they're all clawed, and you've got almost like a wolfish sort of horse head.
And actually, given that it's a 65mm base, it's not even that egregious to get it on.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
That's a lot of detail for a 65mm base.
Oh yeah, it's really really nice.
Is this, you have to excuse me because I'm not massively
Sure.
up on all things 3D printed. Is that only as an STL, or will it? Do you think they'll sell things?
I'm
like
not
that
sure if
separately?
they sell actual models as well. It might be worth checking out their website. It wouldn't surprise me if they did, because a lot of them are very complex models.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they made them as well. But that is just amazing.
That is great.
And I think
love that.
if you had loads more models like this, more people would play Revenants. Because if you remember the old Games Workshop one, which looked a bit weird. It was metal.
Yeah. Yes.
But
That is so
really, really
great.
nice.
Nice find, Ryan. Like seriously, and well done to them as well. That's
Definitely.
I think that's excellent, wonderfully designed.
Winged Reapers. A Reaper is one that harvests the crop. Winged Reapers. Again, you rarely see these. Probably because of the points. But again, they have necromantic aura as well, so they can work separate to other units in the vampire army, so they don't need to be with a vampire. Is that right? Necromantic aura?
Yeah. They can. They
But yeah.
Mike's been. I think Mike takes them a few times with his Nosferatu. It's not Nosferatu, but yeah. But you're right. They don't really see them a whole lot.
These are quite funky.
Yeah.
They're cool.
So again, going away from your traditional Reaper as in Grim Reaper style. Literally, they're just like side hands and they just run at you. That would terrify the pants out of me.
Yep. Ooh. Yeah.
That's a very Dark Souls
Very,
vibe.
very
isn't it?
Dark Souls, Elden Ring style.
Yeah.
I love them.
I think they're great.
Absolutely
Yep,
love 'em.
agreed. Big fan.
Again, Mysterium. Again. So much stuff coming out of them today. So, your bony winged reapers. Just,
They're cool.
yeah. Why does a reaper have to be a chap running around with a scythe? These would still do as much damage, if not more.
Isn't it interesting that we can look at stuff like this and like this? Obviously, those sculpts are like they're grotesque, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, like these are just more grotesque than normal, quote unquote, normal animated corpses.
Yes.
You know, like there's just something about them.
I think it's the fact they don't have bottom jaws.
I think it's a little bit more than that, actually.
Yeah.
There's a few other pointers,
Yeah.
extra pointers we missed.
That was the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that stuck out to me, is that they don't have bottom jaws.
Sure, I'm glad that of everything going on, the lack of jaws was what you picked up on. That's
I do like the ring wraith-esque sort of bone crowns, though.
yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, they're quite good.
Quite cool. Cool. Warriors of the Dark Gods. A Doom Lord. Why aren't there more Doom Lords?
Because, sorry, were you being you?
It's probably because everything else is a better choice. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, everything else is a better choice. Plus, you need a unit of other things to be their bodyguard, basically.
Okay, hold on to that thought. So, Mias miniatures. Some cool barbarian-esque
Yeah.
looking Doom Lords.
So good. They're so good.
Is a Droons, they're called. Which are quite cool. Again, semi-demon-esque.
Yeah.
So he's getting
Yeah.
quite chunky, he's quite big. Again, your traditional like pride or envy or
Yeah, lovely.
spiky Sauron sort of chap. With wings.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. So that could be like your Scythe Dias or whatever it's called, the Sky Wheel. And then those. Look at them.
Yeah, great.
They've got very a scarab beetle sort of style to them, don't they?
Yeah. Those.
Again,
Yeah,
they're larger than
fantastic.
just a traditional Chaos Lord. Hence,
Yeah.
like the Doom Lord sort of style.
Mm.
I just
Nice.
think they're lovely. So
They're
lovely.
great. They're fantastic. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
if they do, you see, like if they do change Forsworn in December, which
Yeah.
they're on the top at the moment. They're in the top 3 of things being changed.
Nice.
Then yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, start seeing more Doom Lords and more things like this on the table, because those sculpts are great.
Really, really nice. I believe there's 4 different sculpts. So if you were going to use these as your, is it Forsworn?
Yeah.
So your 40 mil base ones, I think that'd be brilliant.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Oh, great.
Really, really nice. Forsaken one. I don't think I've ever seen a Forsaken one in the 9th Age.
No, you're doing.
I think
that
it was-
again, aren't you?
I think there was someone who took a small bunny from Holy Grail as a Forsaken one, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I had one at your last event.
Art of War.
When I
Oh, you took one.
I had the second one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
How'd it do?
Yeah, it's good. I love them because it's random movement, and I always pair it up with usually with the giant. So it's running alongside, so they sort of double team things.
Nice.
And I have and then behind it is a very cheap sorcerer who's got the artifact that lets it re-roll random movements, so it can
Nice.
also re-roll if it chases after things as well. If it pursues,
Ooh.
it can also re-roll that. I love Forsaken One. I think they're a great.
Cool. There's some
Thanks.
couple of models for you.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh.
It's like a bone golem sort of style, but underwater.
Yeah.
So it's got a megalodon mouth with then a coelacanth head inside it, with then a turtle hand. I just think it's so clever.
That's great.
Oh.
That's like quadruple jointed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's handy for getting things that falling down the back of the sofa, I guess.
I imagine it is, yeah. Getting pennies out and stuff like that.
Yeah. Got to think of practicalities here, you know.
It's just the fact that it's obviously really not that troubled, that he's just praying and also praying to the gods as well while he's walking forward with his 10 mouths open. I just think it's so unsettling. Awesome,
Yeah.
but unsettling.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's cool. That's great.
That is cool.
Really, really cool. Archvillain Games again. Something about their OSL when they do their renders.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
I like. This might sound weird to say, but I like the fact that it is made up of like arms.
And antlers, yeah. Really nice.
I don't know why.
The noises that come out of Dan.
I don't know why I do this. Like, I don't know why I agree to this. Right, okay.
It's the sign for me that says fresh meat. It's just brilliant.
Jeez.
But you can also see his original hand with a cleaver stuck into it.
Can? Where's that?
Oh,
I see it. I see it.
So I had to be told about it and then look for it to finally find it.
But then under his
Yeah.
mouth is his apron. So this chap was a butcher,
Yeah.
Hang on.
and he is mutated into this.
It's also just occurred to me. Okay. the hand with the cleaver in it. Beneath it is another arm, and the hand at the end of that arm has split in two.
Yep.
But like down from the tips to the wrist.
I think it's brilliant. Really, really good. And again, Forsaken one, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just a giant spawn.
Yeah. I mean, that's really always been.
So
the
part of this
instinct, really.
release by My Mini Factory, Mini Monster Mayhem, it's you start out as the butcher, starting to then cut out different meats and things, and then gradually over time becomes more and more mutated. And this is the end sculpt, basically. Really, really clever. There we go. Your nightmares are over, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Did you enjoy that? Was it good?
No, it was horrible.
That was great. I loved it.
It's great. Something different, isn't it? Halloween is always good fun, and it's always good to test the boundaries. The cultists are definitely my part that scares the pants out of me.
Yeah.
But
I've yet to see anyone with a cultist army.
Staff was running cultists for a little while when they first came out, and then everyone bullied him out of doing it because the army's too strong.
It is way too strong.
Interesting.
So, sign up for Bristol Art of War, people.
Yeah.
That's the next thing we've got to talk about. Do you want to talk about it, Dan?
Yeah, it's where all the cool kids are going to be.
Not Andy.
Well, not Andy. Yes, so...
I think children is not cool.
Art of War 5 is now officially live. It's on the 9th Age forums. And off the top of my head, it is the... completely off the top of my head, it is the 11th and 12th of February next year.
Yes.
So no one has any excuses for, I can't come because it's Valentine's, because I've actually preempted it this time.
Exactly.
Yes, we had an amazing time last time. We're going to have an amazing time this time. And War of Art 2 will also be in attendance.
Yes. We've started getting prizes starting to turn up as well, which is nice.
Mhm.
A little bit early yet, but still things are on the way.
Yes.
What else are you going to talk about in terms of like different secondaries and things? You doing something different this year?
Yeah, we're gonna, in the interests of like speaking to some of the people in the community, some TOs and the like, there is an argument that tournaments can start to feel a bit stale if they only use scenarios and the like from the main rulebook. So with the help of Hyper-G and Lucky Sixes, I have curated a series of 5 missions that will form a relatively loose narrative across the weekend that may or may not be instigated by a goblin-led international crisis, like international diplomatic crisis. And your exclusive is that Mission 1 is being called Bring Your Goblin to Work Day.
Yes. Every day is Bring Your Goblin to Work Day where I am.
Yes.
I'm not going to elaborate any further, but yeah, come along. Make sure you sign up. We're in early October as of the time of recording, and I'm already at like more than 20 sign-ups. So those
20 paid sign-ups as well.
20 paid sign-ups, yeah. So those 60 slots are going to go pretty quickly at this rate.
Pretty damn quick. And again, the quicker we get everyone signed up, the more guarantee we're going to get for brilliant prizes like we did last year.
Absolutely.
Before then, you're also doing...
Yes, so in association this time with Bristol Independent Gaming, we're going to do a one-day tournament at the end of November. So that is November the... Andy?
27th.
Hey, there it is. So this is it's the last ranked event of the year, if that's your shtick. But if not, we're just going to go along, have some fun. I'm going to be playing in it just for a laugh. But yeah.
Nash again?
Maybe. We'll see.
You can get your Infernal Doors painted by then.
Depends on how quickly I can get them painted, yeah.
Are you going to that one, Andy?
I am indeed. Yep, taking a bit of paying up.
Hey.
Beast herds coming along, taking the centaurs, giving them a whirl.
Nice. And
Very
some new
nice.
harpies.
And harpies.
Oh.
I could do harpies. I've got harpies. I could do harpies.
Sadly, I can't go because I can't get the time off.
Boo.
Boo.
Oh well. Thank you both for joining me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure as usual.
No, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I've had a blast. It's been great
Good.
fun.
Glad you enjoyed your first time out.
Yeah, it's excellent. This has been fantastic. Thank you.
Brilliant. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, guys. We do appreciate it, and we'd love to hear your comments and feedback. Any other horrific models that are safe for work, if you'd like to respond on YouTube so that we don't get demonetized, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much, guys, and stay safe.
Take care, all.
Bye bye.